Takahashi from VentureBeat. I'm here with CliffyB, Blezinski from Epic Games, and he's got a big game he's working on called Bulletstorm.
Yeah, it's good to see you, man.
So how's Bulletstorm coming along?
It's shaping up quite nicely. Have you had a chance to be hands-on with it?
Not yet.
Make sure you get hands-on with it. There's 3 phases of people who see Bulletstorm. The first phase, they see the screenshots and are like, it's kind of cool. They see the videos and they're like, ooh, I'm interested. Then they play it and they're like, okay, I get it. It's a really, really fun kind of a pulpy, over-the-top sci-fi shooter with a good sense of humor to it. It doesn't take itself too seriously. It's got all these creative, fun ways to take out your enemies and play with them, and it's absolutely gorgeous.
So you guys do Gears of War, but there's almost like no Gears of War in this, right? This is like
there's a little bit of the epic,
different kind of game.
There's a little bit of the epic DNA there in regards to kind of over-the-top violence and some of the, some of the stylings of some of the weapons and characters. But overall, it's really its own thing, and we've allowed the guys and people who fly who are developing the game with us to really let it shine and let it be its own thing.
And I guess you're advising them on like how to make the body parts fly, or
well, I mean, actually, one of the suggestions in working with them is, you pick your enemies up in the air and then pull them at you with an energy whip and then pick them away. And I was suggesting when we were playing the build with our producer Tanya that as you unload your bullets into the bad guys, that you can actually, impart the physics momentum depending on the direction, so you can pull towards you and then push them away, kind of like with that toy we all had as a child where you had the balloon with the rubber band, you go doing, doing, doing. It gets kind of some of that in the game.
So the Supreme Court just recently started listening to arguments about the violence cases, violence law in California, about whether it's could be a crime to sell violent games to minors. The Supreme Court justice may look at this game, I guess, and sort of look at it from an outsider's point of view or a non-gamer's point of view. They may see nothing but this is really, really violent. But what would you say like them to see?
I would challenge you to take anybody who has a decent sense of humor and show them video footage of Bulletstorm and see if they don't at least crack a smile. You have to keep in mind you're a drunken space pirate using flannel guns with explosives on it and giant cannon launchers to take out mutants and crazy savage gang members on a burnt-out paradise. It's not like you're the kind of guy who's on Flatbush Avenue with a baseball bat taking out somebody with a Yankees hat. That's the kind of violence that we usually do in our games. It's really goofy, over the top, and more fun than anything.
Now, it looks bloody and realistic, but it's cartoonish from your point of view.
It's cartoonish, right? I mean, it's one of those situations that it gets very, very nervous for us as creatives when we start talking about what we can and cannot make. You look at what I personally put in the games that we work on at Epic. You look at every artist who really just works so hard to create these characters, and we put a lot of our personal kind of touches into that, and that's an art form. That is very much us expressing ourselves in the freedom of speech.
So, do you guys ever sort of worry about that? Like, hey, maybe the Supreme Court justices actually might examine our game one day.
If you listen to the transcripts, it's pretty clear to see that the Supreme Court justices really kind of get it. It seems to be going in that direction as far as, well, you could create the California Office of Censorship, sarcastically saying that, or, half of them admitted to having playing Mortal Kombat and things like that. It's a very, very slippery slope when you start doing this, considering the video games as pornography, and I'm really, really glad that things seem to be going in our direction.
So this game, like, what also do you want people to get out of it? Like the experience, is it sort of like a minute-by-minute kind of thing, or do you see this as a more epic kind of game?
The game is beautiful. The game runs great. It's on multiple consoles, but most importantly, it is fun. It is one of the most fun shooters I have personally played in years. Toying with your enemy to get skill points and figuring out the most creative way to take them out is an absolute blast. The game has some of the most unique weapons you will ever see in a first-person shooter. It will make you laugh around any corner because the writing is just completely hilarious and over the top, and it is just a joy to behold.
So you guys will be even bigger rock stars after this comes out in March.
It's one of those situations, man. It doesn't matter how well known myself and the studio become. If the games don't deliver, none of that means anything.
I remember talking to you for the first time in the days when Unreal was just coming out.
We're getting old, man.
You were wearing your white sports suit there.
Yeah. I knew when I was younger that in order to get people's attention, I not only had to make great games, but I had to look like an idiot. And it seems to work so much.
Now I have to wait in line to
I got people, man. Don't ask the wrong question. They'll jump on you. They have security and stuff. You gotta watch out for them. They're everywhere.
All right. That's CliffyB.